I don't know if that got into it as the dang thing was starting up.
That's lovely.
Yeah, classy there, classy. Anyway, hello everyone. This is your Game Forever Week in Review podcast for the week ending with July 14th, 2013. I am, as always, Garen Wolf, and today we have Brandon Carey, aka Enigma.
Hello, Governor.
We have a Charky.
I've polished my cockatiel for the ribcage slaughter.
No comment. Game Freak.
I was supplying you with the belches this evening.
And we have a new guy here, Baruti.
I'm boring, so I'm just going to say hello.
Yay for
He's
boringness.
going to be picked on a lot.
Yay for boringness. So, how have things been going? How have things been going, you guys? Has the chaos of the start of the Steam sale hit anybody yet?
Well, first of all, I don't have any money to buy anything on there yet. I will soon, and I'm mostly just going to worry about games that are already on my wish list.
Oh yeah.
I say, I've been doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, because the trap people fall into is that, oh wait, here's Red Faction Armageddon, I'll get that because it's only $1. It's like, I'm going to tell you right now, Red Faction Armageddon's not worth $1. I'm sorry.
Although, I've found that a couple people have actually been gifting me stuff. Like, someone just gave me Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines, and another person gave me Guns of Icarus online.
See, that's actually something I wouldn't mind having. You know, as opposed to the fucking 40-some copies of Dota 2 that I have to give away.
Oh, God.
I can't even throw that at people.
Well, Acharki, thankfully you don't have to worry about that anymore since Dota 2 is out now. It's not in beta anymore.
And who doesn't fucking have it? And it was a free game. It's not like you can give it...
On a non-Steam sale note, they had a PSN sale a couple weeks back, and I bought the Hitman HD collection. I just finished playing through Hitman Contracts. If you like Silent Assassin, it's a good game. If you prefer more Blood Money over Silent Assassin, you might still like it, but it's clearly aimed for those Silent Assassin fans.
So I still want to get those games on my PC simply for the fact that I own every Hitman game on PC.
I don't believe Contracts is on PC.
I think Blood Contract
it is.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's on Steam, but I know for a fact, like, every Hitman game has been on PC traditionally.
I got especially right now.
I'm not, but I don't think Contracts is on the PC. Like, I don't think you can buy it on any of the PC stores.
Probably not, but I know for a fact I have a copy on my shelf, which I'm looking right at. And again, Codename 47, which was the first game of the series, that's never been on anything else.
I hate that one.
Yeah, I know. I can't speak to its quality.
After the nuclear submission, I rage quit.
Yeah.
Fuck that assassination.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I didn't know this. I just did a little search for Hitman and I found that they have a lot of DLC for Absolution.
I can
get myself the Deus Ex costume for Agent 47.
That's the Steam train.
Yep.
I'm getting it. It's on for sale for 25 cents. I'm serious. They're selling this for a fucking nickel, a quarter.
Yeah,
that's how and that's how it starts. And then you go down this road of like, oh my god, this is only a penny, and holy shit, this is a dime, and the next thing you know, you've spent $900 on Steam.
By the way,
yeah.
For the record, I would not recommend buying it.
I racked up like $600 buying comic books, okay? I know where this goes.
Don't buy Absolution, buy Blood Money instead.
I already have Absolution, so fuck you.
I already have Blood Money.
Jesus.
I have Absolution, Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, Blood Money, Codename 47, and the Sniper Challenge.
I have all of the Sniper Challenge.
Anyway, I want to talk about what I've been buying. I've mostly been buying DLC for some of the games I've played and have not played. I just bought some DLC for Sleeping Dogs because I did not realize I just made a DLC that Actually, I didn't even realize they had that much DLC anyway. I can.
Oh yeah, I can tell you about some motherfucking Sleeping Dogs DLC, man.
Dude. I actually want to play the one where it's like the undead have risen in China and I have to beat them all up.
Yeah, Nightmare and shit, I can't remember.
Oh
what
yeah,
it was.
Undead Nightmare from
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, exactly.
How could they not have titled that DLC "Tearing Little China"?
I'd still play it anyway. I mean, because I actually do like Undead Nightmare from Red Dead Redemption.
I'm the only one who
I'm
got
just
that.
teasing Sleeping Dogs on that. I'm just teasing. I have nothing against that kind of DLC.
Yeah, it's just fun DLC. That's all it is. But yeah, things with me happening over the weeks. I actually came back from AC. Things have been pretty good for me.
Good.
Honestly, though, sadly, I wish we had a panel there. Honestly, I mean, when I think about it, we could have our own panel there.
Yeah, but we would really need like
What would we
JoJo.
really say though?
Yeah, it's
We could probably just do what we do here, you know?
Oh yeah, true. Do like a live version.
Yeah, do a live version.
With
That's all.
audience questions.
and have the audience drink stuff like breast milk on stage, because
What?
What?
And then they
No.
get
I'll explain
Steam
more of
Creative
that.
cards for it.
I will explain more of that later.
Aha.
Yay, trading cards.
No.
Really quick, if I could.
Steam sale, you get a free trading card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit about
Get a lot
those.
of those. Hey, does anyone want a soldier card? I got like 2 of those.
Sure, I'll take one, I guess.
Okay, I'll give them for you for like $20 because apparently you can actually sell these things now.
Yeah, you can. You can sell them
Yep.
for.
There's going to be some idiot that will pay astronomical amounts for them. Like, why, God, why?
And Valve takes
I
a
don't
portion
know.
of the cut.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'll drop on their head or something. I mean, I really don't care about these cards, really.
Yeah, not so much me
You don't
either.
care
I mean,
about the trading card.
yeah, it's nice.
Dude,
to...
I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, fuck you.
I
I'm
used
none
to play
of that
Yu-Gi-Oh
stuff.
too.
Dude.
I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh too, and I even find these cards stupid.
I played Yu-Gi-Oh for a time, and it was mostly because of me being a generous uncle for my niece and nephew, and just kind of getting into their little hobby and doing stuff, and then once I didn't see them that often, that stopped. So
I still have my deck.
Yeah, I still have mine. I still play. It's just I don't have anybody to play with.
I gave mine away. I just said fuck it.
Anyway, we're here to talk about games, people.
Yeah, we got plenty of news for this week. Unfortunately, though, we do have to start this week off on a low note, and it's one hell of a low note. Ryan Davis, one of the founding members of Giant Bomb, has officially passed away. He passed away back on July 3rd. He was 34 years old.
Yeah, this hit me really fucking hard because, I don't know if it's because I'm the oldest guy here, but I followed this man's career ever since his early days back on GameSpot.com, which was probably going back all the way in 1998. It was one of the big reasons why I followed Giant Bomb to begin with, not just because of Ryan Davis, but also because of, Jeff Skirtzman, Brad Shoemaker, Alex Navarro, all those guys who, really great. I respect all of their opinions, and I really, looked forward to all the video content and all the stuff that they did and their podcasts. Davis was somebody that he had just the sharp, quick wit, and he put that into everything he did. I really loved his video series, This Ain't No Game, where he talked about, various movies that were either based on video games or just kind of used video games as a conceit. But of course, the big thing he was known for was his hosting duties on the Giant Bombcast. And I don't cry for fucking celebrities. When I heard Michael Jackson passed away and all that shit, I was like, man, that's a bummer, and then got on with the rest of my day. When I heard about this on Monday, I I can't even begin to describe how hard that hit, and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to see anything. I was
A
just.
lot of people had that reaction afterwards. Total
Yeah.
Biscuit.
It was hard. I mean, it was so hard to take in. I mean, the dude was 3 years older than myself, and
even worse, he died on his honeymoon. He just
Yeah,
got married.
that's just the kicker right there, and
His
that
wife
really
must
really
be
sucks.
devastated.
and I admit, I'm just a fan. I never met him personally, but I felt like I lost a friend, basically,
It's
when I heard.
also-
Oh yeah, I think every person that's at least seen or even listened to him
It's also
on
worth noting that
either
even if you did
GameSpot,
watch those
I mean-
shows, even if you didn't, he still had an impact on the gaming scene.
Yes.
You cannot deny.
yeah.
And the guys at Giant Bomb, I give them so much, especially for even doing a podcast last Tuesday, which I recommend listening to. I mean, it was hard to listen to, but at the same time, like, they were still being themselves, and they still they were telling stories of when they had met, as well as one of the things I thought was really fascinating, like some of the origins of GameSpot.com and how these guys really did just fall into writing about video games and everything, and then the adventures that they would have going off to found Giant Bomb, which they strive to kind of make it unique, and they totally succeeded. And yeah, I mean, it's just never going to be the same.
I totally agree.
I've never seen
It's
the Bombcast, and I don't go to Giant Bomb very often, but I know this guy, and even I know the influence he's had over the video game scene in the past, in the recent history.
yeah. I remember I've read some of his stuff he did back on GameSpot before he left with Jeff Gertzman. Yeah, with Jeff Gertzman in 2008.
I just feel terrible for the family.
Yeah.
Especially for his wife, his now widow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine playing the rest of your life with someone only having that tragically cut short at the very
kind of out of
really truly began?
Kind of out of respect for the family and everybody, I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of end by saying, I felt an awful lot of grief, and I know, as a fan, what I felt is nothing compared to what his friends and family must be going through.
Right now.
Yeah.
And my thoughts are with them, and I think I speak for just about anybody who ever knew Ryan Davis. We may not have known him personally, but on a weekly, if not a daily basis, we invited him into our homes, and he's going to be sadly missed.
Yeah. Deepest condolences to his wife and his family. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, dude. You kicked ass, and it sucks you're not here with us anymore.
Yeah, it's tragic that he died, especially the timing. So
yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Now moving on away from that into our usual core news, starting off with anything and everything Microsoft. Little revelation was revealed on the 8th that Don Matrick actually negotiated to try and buy Zynga out while he was working at Microsoft. During his according to unnamed sources who spoke with Bloomberg, Matrick did attempt to buy the social games company back in 2010 and try to bring him over as like an exclusive second party towards Microsoft.
And again, when you consider that Don Matrick and the guy that runs Zynga right now go way, way back, this should not be a surprise to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea about Matrick's history with Zynga, but at the same time, it just kind of makes it... It's something I'm totally not surprised in the least, considering, what has transpired.
Yeah, and considering that this was all going on while the E3 press conference and all that PR was happening, I will admit that this is a little hinky. there is a little bit of weirdness going on, but I don't think there's any conspiracy or anything. I just think that it's very, very oddly timed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't go as far to say it was a conspiracy either.
Yeah, I kind of doubt that. It's still though.
It's something that it's very oddly timed.
I mean, yeah, definitely. And with the fact that Matrick now works at Zynga, and just to find out that he was in negotiations with the Zynga founder to try and just get their properties onto the Xbox 360 by buying them and get them as a second party. But honestly, the prospect of having stuff like Farmville on the 360 doesn't thrill me.
No,
not at all.
no.
Hell no. I'm sorry. That
totally-
can stick on Facebook and stay on Facebook, please.
Or Scrabble, I meet words with friends.
I'm tired of going on Facebook and people keep on sending me those stupid messages like asking me to play games. I don't want that on Xbox either. So
No.
God no.
That.
No, so I'm glad that deal didn't exactly go through, thankfully.
Thank
I
God,
played
yes.
Pocket Wars for like 2 days before I realized how boring it was.
Yeah. Anyway, next up. Yeah, bad news for those that really like the prices on Xbox Live. Yeah, they're gonna get a price hike with the upcoming dashboard update, sadly. UK beta testers discovered that in the upcoming Xbox Live update, a price hike will be happening, which pretty much coincides with the change in Microsoft's...
Wasn't that confirmed to be an accident?
Yeah, because
yeah, they did
Microsoft
confirm it to be
never
an
said
accident,
anything.
but yeah, at the same time though, it's like, yeah, you have that up there, and that how could you not catch that faster?
There are a couple ways you can explain that.
But yeah, well, before we get that, let me just explain here. But pretty much with the currency change from Microsoft points to actual money, Xbox Live games that were previously priced at 1,200 Microsoft points, which is technically $10 if you... Well, actually, no, it's not $10. It's like...
And that... I'm sorry, you finish.
God
All I
damn
wanna
it. Yeah,
say is that
the
I
currency
do-
sucks, okay? The fucking point system sucks. I completely forget what the 1,200 is, because I don't think it's $10
believe
bucks.
800 is equal to $10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, that's
And
it.
again, I've got 20 points just fucking sitting on my account. It is going nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
actually got like 15, actually.
Yeah, correction. Basically, change in pricing. This is Britain we're talking about. 1,200 Microsoft points is equal to £10 in Britain. And what they found out was that Xbox and the new dashboard update changing the currency, games that were priced at 1,200 Microsoft points would be changed to a cost of £12.
Huh.
That was just an accident, though.
Yes,
They confirmed
Microsoft did issue a statement about the pricing inconsistencies to Xbox One Daily, saying that they were aware that select regions experienced some incorrect game title pricing in the Xbox Live beta.
And they're going to refund anyone who got affected by it.
Yep.
At least to the sum of the excess costs.
Yep. So, no, thankfully they'll at least do something about it, reimbursing
fair,
that. Yes, but at the same
when-
time, you just like you look and it's like, okay, you brought this out. I mean, you most definitely alpha tested it. How could you not
This is the
cut this?
danger of having a convoluted system that's not one-to-one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
this is
they
why
say it's
Microsoft
an
points was
accident,
just plain
I
shit.
do believe them, if only because they can't afford to have any more negative PR.
Oh, no, they cannot.
Microsoft at this point needs to be crystal clear for the next few months, at least until the Xbox One gets released.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Microsoft has like no more breathing room right now. It's gotta be tight.
Because
Yeah,
people
the
will
walls have
stay-
closed in on them. The
they-
ceiling is coming
they
down.
can
They're
jump on
stuck.
them for anything.
Yeah,
Basically, if Microsoft fucks up one thing, they're going to be up Ship Creek without a paddle.
Exactly.
and then they're gonna
It's
ask
like you want to give people more reasons to buy a PS4.
So this is
Yeah.
the only reason I think that this was a legitimate accident, not on purpose.
Yeah, true. Still, though, you know, alpha testers, please double check, triple
this
check,
is why
please.
you beta test. This is why you test in the beta instead of releasing to the public, so that we catch these things.
Well, I was about to say, to finish off Game Frank's comment, yeah, they're going to be up shit creek without a paddle, and they're going to charge you DLC to buy them a paddle.
Exactly.
I was like, oh god, I hope I don't miss the
But it's better with Kinect.
But I don't fault alpha testers. This is probably something that happened with some like weird line of code that came out in the beta, which why alpha's alpha, beta's beta. Unless it's out in full force, can't really fully complain about it.
Yeah,
but thankfully,
is why you don't have things that are not one-to-one. For example, when I do real money conversions, because I'm lazy, I just take the points and I multiply by the value between 20 and 1,000, and that's how much more dollars it costs. My Little Pony costs $20,000. That's too much.
Jeez. Okay, next up. Speaking of the currency change, because of that, the Xbox Live Reward system is also going to be receiving a change this August. As of right now, currently the system allows users to earn bonus rewards, which can involve the pretty comical 20 Microsoft Point birthday bonus that equates to 25 cents.
Really?
Now, since Microsoft Points will no longer be available later this year, the entire program is set to morph into something else that's even better, quote unquote. Now, honestly, this is coming from Microsoft here, saying, it's going to be something even better
with Kinect.
Oh,
I hope they said yo in that.
What are we gonna get? More games we already own for free?
I know, exactly. That's what is the big concern right here. I mean, this is a slight. I mean, they could possibly make a little headway up against the PlayStation Plus system, but at the same time, I kind of feel like Microsoft's going to blow it again because of what they did back in E3, deciding announce, okay, hey, we'll give you Assassin's Creed 2 and Halo 3. It's like those games are friggin' old as hell.
Like, yeah, I mean,
I know.
I'm sure there's people out there who may not have experienced Halo 3 or Assassin's Creed 2. But
at that point, they've already decided not to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who gave a shit about Halo 3, they already played it. I guarantee that. The same thing with Assassin's Creed 2.
I mean, can't you find them in bargain bins for like $5 nowadays?
I mean, granted, maybe somebody gets into Assassin's Creed, like, newly, so I can give it that. But, like, Halo is something that I just feel like people made up their minds about it.
Compare this to PS Plus, which just released Battlefield 3 for free.
Yeah, and not only that, they've if you have an account with PlayStation just for like their store and that, definitely check your email because they're actually sending out 30-day free trial codes for PlayStation Plus for free.
Oh, I'm gonna be getting that.
Last month they had XCOM and Saints Row 3 for free.
Yeah, this is where I just feel like whatever they're playing, it's probably not going to help them as much. I mean, unless they actually pull something completely unexpected.
In the interest of being totally fair to Microsoft, PS Plus at the start wasn't particularly great either.
True enough, but they ramped up real fast.
Yeah, I mean.
I was gonna say, just PlayStation Plus, like going free for the first few months sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, this to me is what's going to be the biggest part of the next gen battle is what kind of services that Microsoft and Sony offer, online going forward. I'm not going to say that online is the most important thing, absolutely not, but it is going to be really interesting to see how they compete for people's online dollar.
And this isn't saying that games are services either.
No.
Nope, no.
This is just saying that if you're going to sell a console, you're going to have to one-up the competition in any way you can.
Yeah.
Providing a decent service as a means to distribute games is a very good way of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, the guys who made Thomas Was Alone, that guy was thrilled because when it went free on PS Plus, he got so many more extra people playing his game, and that was enough for him just for reputation's sake alone.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure he made a small cut for each of those from Sony. I'm sure he made a small cut, probably not as much as he would by actually selling the game, but I'm sure he made something.
Yeah. And it also helped with the fact that also his game was part of the recent big Humble Indie bundle.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. I can't describe this next one. Apparently, there's a petition out for those that wanted the Xbox One DRM policies to tell Microsoft to bring them back.
Yes, Microsoft, yes, please fuck me in the ass.
Which is why I asked the question, what were these people fucking thinking?
They were dropped on their head and then thrown into a
Let me
microwave
try
and
to be fair to them. Let me try to be fair to them.
Please do.
What they are saying is that they want the really cool services like the family sharing stuff that Xbox One initially promised. Basically the carrot to the DRM stick. They don't want the stick, they want the carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to me, I still see, like, you know, to any one of these motherfuckers, like, that, you know, came out and actually said, no, the restrictions were a good thing. This is the way we need to move forward. Well, why don't you tell that to the Marine over in Iraq who can't play his fucking Xbox games because of your shitty innovation, asshole?
But apart from more pink.
Or the sick kid from Child's Play.
I completely agree.
Yeah,
trying to be fair to them, I'm saying they probably want the carrot and are willing to tacitly accept the stick.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't
accept the stick. Fuck the stick.
Honestly, part of me thinks it's just a bunch of trolls.
There is evidence supporting Game Freak's assertion because I don't know whether the people who originally made the petition are trolls or serious, but a lot of people signing the petition are blatantly Sony fanboys.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this petition goes about as well as the Left 4 Dead 2 boycott.
Oh Jesus!
Boy, what a mess that was. Anyways.
Yeah, and the boycott ended when the guy who ran the thing just bought a copy anyway.
And he just said, "Fuck it, I'll give it a shot," and just
I'm
shutting up.
If people were really taking this seriously, like if people are serious about wanting to bring those back, then you're a fucking asshole and you don't understand the big picture of why the restrictions were so bad in the first place. Again, people, terminally ill children in hospitals, as well as our armed forces. So,
and to be fair, I am pretty sure digital distribution is going to get more and more popular as time goes on. However,
I hope it doesn't.
Steam has an offline mode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That doesn't involve a freaking net check every goddamn 24 hours.
Have an offline mode.
But again, but the way Xbox wanted to implement it, I won't be fair. Fuck that.
No. It's funny that you mentioned that Steam has an offline mode because my internet was down here for the past day, and I was killing time by playing Killing Floor.
I have had internet troubles for the past week. I am so thankful that Steam has an offline mode.
Yeah. I went 5 days without an internet connection after a storm had damaged some of the wireless towers that are around here. And yeah, because Steam has an offline mode, I can still play Saints Row or Skyrim.
Yep.
Exactly.
Thank Gabe Newell for offline mode.
Yeah.
All praise to Gabe Newell.
Yes, so yeah, well, Microsoft had some pretty good ideas in that new console. The way they executed it was just so shitty that it's not worth even thinking about.
No, it's not practical. It's not worth it. Moving on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next up, last one up for the Microsoft section of our show. Microsoft has admitted that, you know, we've got quite a bit of work to do with the Xbox One's message. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Really?
Tad.
Yeah. I mean, if you take a look at the history of this thing, from day one, things have been a mess. There was the deal with it, Twitter incident, executives telling the public that they want an offline console to buy an Xbox 360, and just no message on how the family sharing was actually going to work in the first place.
In short, the message of the
They
Xbox
focused
One used
on
to say...
all the negatives and basically talked nothing at all about the positives.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole message, the original message that Xbox One had was, I'm going to rape your wallet and your butt.
Yeah.
John Patrick holding 2 middle fingers up at you, giving you a raspberry, and then fucking you in the ass.
Yeah. Now, in a recent interview with IGN...
And then your mom.
Now, in a recent interview with IGN, Xbox One Chief Product Officer Mark Whitten, speaking in regards to the recent petition that we talked about just a little bit earlier of the fans wanting the damn DRM back, he admitted that the company has some more work to do to convey what the Xbox One is all about. He said that, what it tells me is we need to do more work to talk about what we're doing because I think we did something different than maybe how people are perceiving it.
Understatement of the century.
No shit. When I read some of the things like that petition, from my perspective, we took a lot of the feedback, and while Xbox One is built to be digital native, to have this amazing online experience, we realized people wanted some choice. They want what I like to call a bridge, sort of how they think about the world today, using more digital stuff. What we did, we added to what the console can do by providing physical and offline modes in the console. It isn't about moving away from what that digital vision is for the platform. It's about adding that choice.
Because I think regardless of what you think about the Xbox One, whether you liked the original announcement or hated it, we all have to agree that their PR was absolutely terrible.
It was just crap on crap.
TV sports.
Instead of announcing all the cool games and all the cool technologies and how they could be useful, like Twitch, like Skype on 360, that's useful. Like playing a fighting game or a multiplayer game with your friend, and instead of going on the games chat, going on Skype, that's useful. Twitch TV, that's useful. Family sharing, that's useful. But instead they came out with DRM, TV, and then advertising with Kinect.
And Pizza Hut and Playboy, don't forget that.
Oh, God.
Who was it? There was Das Bo shit on YouTube. I don't know if...
Oh, yeah, Das Bo shit. The guy behind the Gary's Mod Idiot box.
He had a really great video that basically summed up, like, Sony and Microsoft at E3, where Sony was like, oh, we're your friends. And then Microsoft is just like, I hate you!
And tries to tries to kill the consumer fan base and instead kills themselves.
They should have tried to downplay that stuff, but instead they put it at the forefront, where Sony basically went, this is how you'll share games on PS4. Thanks!
I love that video.
Yeah.
That was...
If you guys have not seen that video, watch it!
Microsoft's bad marketing was Sony's good marketing.
The status quo, maintaining the status quo should not be a big deal. Microsoft made it a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And with this, it's just Microsoft just saying, "Hey, we fucked up. We fucked up big time."
Oh, but according to Cliffy B, it wasn't about the internet's quote-unquote whining.
I'm going to...
Yeah.
I would like to hire Agent 47 to kill Cliffy B.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm not a guy who likes to go to the extremes that, people should be outright...
I want to put laxatives in his coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd just like to say, Cliffy B, Cliff Blazinski, because even he's kind of come out and said, I don't want to be called that, and that's fine. But honestly, dude, I disagree with you strongly, and you were so wrong.
I've asked him a couple times on Twitter the evidence supporting his opinions, but he's never actually responded to me, and I was kind of hurt.
Didn't Microsoft come straight out and say, yes, we changed this because we saw your feedback, we saw the people's feedback?
They changed it because of the orders.
Yeah. So that completely disproves his theory that this wasn't about the internet's statements. This wasn't about people saying, I'm not going to buy it.
actively outselling the One, and that's why they changed their minds.
Well, on top of that, I mean, even in the mainstream medias, we're picking up on this, saying this is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, this is.
Jimmy Fallon went with that.
Oh God, yeah. But yeah, Microsoft did it in their own best interest. You can't win.
Policy, you know you fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, all I see this is just maybe a bit of damage control that could be pretty much too little, too late. I mean, especially since there's still some things that still, are still there, such as the required Connect, the $500 price tag,
lack of self-publishing
for indies, and of course the fact that it does need a connection to the net for just one time, just to get that day one patch.
Yeah, you're basically quoting all of the things I wrote in my article.
Yeah.
Which you should read, by the way.
Shameless plug. Anyways, okay, moving away from Microsoft towards moving towards Sony. We only got one story coming from Sony today, and this involves GameStop. GameStop has cut off pre-orders for the PS4 chain-wide.
Gasp.
Yeah. To quote from GameStop spokesman who... he made the following statement about the cutoff, saying that due to a high demand for the system, GameStop is not currently taking additional store reservations for the PlayStation 4. And
I wonder why.
What basically happened is that Sony told GameStop, okay, you can pre-order as many of these systems as you want. We'll probably be able to fill them. Don't worry about it. And then
suddenly,
slowly but surely they realized that they were getting too much demand.
Oh, this is what happens when you compare
didn't pre-order a PS4, you weren't getting it on day one at this point.
Yeah, I mean, launches have always been kind of rocky. That's just kind of fact. And
this is actually for a next-gen system that's cost $400. It's actually very impressive.
I do agree with that. Yes,
this is beyond impressive.
But this is because the
And
competition
I mean, they run up
sucks ass.
Xbox One pre-orders, but I believe the Xbox One limited theirs quite a bit.
Yeah, the whole day one edition thing, and it's like, well, what's the difference?
It's your day one
it's
achievement.
Yeah, big friggin' whoop. Who cares?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not making that up. Pre-order for a day one achievement.
Yep.
Oh god.
I didn't make that up, but Shark, you can look it up right now.
Like, who's gonna be proud to have that? To me, it just seems like, look, yeah, I got the day one achievement. Congratulations, you're a tremendous douchebag.
You're an obvious Microsoft fanboy. Good job.
You know about your e-penis more than anyone.
You
know what, guys? You know what? They should just have an achievement for turning on the console.
Oh god.
For the very first time, you get an achievement.
Achievement unlocked.
Fuck achievements.
Well, yeah,
this achievement says you have the power.
Well, yeah, with this, who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, with the PS4 post-launch, I mean, we may see it like a Wii situation where the console is just unavailable for months on end, which that would really suck.
You know, this doesn't change my mind about, the PS4 or any launch console, is that wait 6 months. That is just a common rule. Wait 6 months.
I've decided this Christmas to get a PlayStation Vita.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
In lieu of a new console.
No, I would want one. Fuck. But, it just, I've never seen a good point for adopting early at all. Because early adopters usually get screwed, and it's not to say... I mean, I'm not saying that there's going to be hardware failures and everything.
We're basically testing the console at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... There's the possibilities that shit's going to happen, and then it's going to get fixed, months later. Not to mention, what the launch libraries are going to be like. It's just... Yeah, see, there's the launch train. It's just basically, yeah, I bought this new box. Now what the fuck do I do with it for the next several months?
Well, that's a problem with the launch of any technology products, period.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you want to get one day one, that's fine, but
Like, if you're an
Just-
early adopter of any technological device, I think you're stupid.
Yeah, absolutely.
iPhone, Android, PlayStation, Xbox, you're all stupid for doing it day one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just wait.
And I'm sure I pissed somebody off by saying that.
Yeah,
even,
probably.
Even VG Cats did a
Oh yeah,
did a comic
3DS.
on that.
You pre-ordered that.
Yeah,
day
yeah,
one?
the 3DS, the early Wormbirds. Yeah, the early. Whatever. Early bird
Right.
special. There it is.
Yeah.
You were an idiot that got smart in hindsight.
Yeah.
I mean,
what am I doing here?
PS3, what'd you have for that thing when that came out? Resistance, and that was about it.
I think I
Yeah.
waited like 1 or 2 years before I got my PS3. Actually,
Yeah.
just
It doesn't hurt to be
because-
patient, folks.
Yep.
I was not going to spend $599 US on a PS3.
So did I, man.
Alright. Alright. Oh, well. Okay, moving on. Now we go towards Nintendo. And, of course, we gotta go off with this, the Evo controversy, where Nintendo wanted to shut down the I don't want to say that, the Smash Brothers event.
Nintendo.
Yeah, they wanted to shut down the Smash Brothers thing at Evo entirely. What happened was, for a event for
Evo was trying to raise money for a charity for sick children.
yes, and
No
basically
joke. No joke, this is totally legit. And
Yeah.
so they said to the fans, okay, here you donate and we'll make sure the game you want goes on to EVO. We'll try our damnedest to make sure it happens.
yes,
And the fans voted for Smash Brothers Melee. I swear to God, this is all true.
yep,
And what had happened was Nintendo said, LOL, no.
yeah,
And not only were they unable to stream it, they were trying to shut the entire event down.
yes.
And
What?
2 hours later, again, not kidding, they rescinded.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What I believe what happened was, I think what I think is pretty much we're seeing a total disconnect between Nintendo's legal department and Nintendo's PR department.
Nintendo has always
Pretty much
been-
this is a case of the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing.
This is what happens when you make a shitty Super Mario Brothers movie, because they've been this stingy with their IPs ever since. I'm not kidding either.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
trace this behavior back to that movie.
I mean, hell, even back when Earthbound originally came out, back on the Super Nintendo in America, and then it didn't sell well, and it's like, well, we got Snake Bit, so we're never doing anything with Earthbound in America ever again. And it was really super shitty. Like, Nintendo just has this way of holding a grudge, despite how fucking irrational it may be. You know, and it goes into, the thing that they wanted to do against Let's Players on YouTube.
When you compact this with the Let's Player controversy and the region locking and all the things with Earthbound, Nintendo is if you buy Nintendo products, they actively hate you.
Yeah, it's just like, it just makes them feel old and archaic, like that company's
They
being run
are
by
old and
dinosaurs.
They are old and archaic.
Like, they really just, like, they really do not understand yet how the internet's supposed to work.
Aside from, I don't even know, not even Microsoft hates their consumers this much.
Well, that's bullshit. Video can tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm willing to say that Microsoft likes their consumers more than Nintendo. There, I said it.
It's like, Nintendo, I know you guys may not have had the best relationship with Sony, but why don't you ask them how the internet works, because they might be able to explain it to you a little better.
Yeah.
And then you can get your
It's
shit
funny.
together
Now-
and start
now-
looking at Euro
Brand
game.
itself as the
Yeah.
hip console.
Yeah. Now,
So that fits.
granted, this is their IP. I mean, they can do whatever the hell they want. But
It's
at the
just
same time,
children.
but at the same time, I really do believe that Nintendo's legal department needs a complete fucking sacking and get some fresh people in there that actually
That's
know what
it.
the hell they're doing.
Let me say one last thing. Whenever someone says, "Oh, but it's legal," shut up. Just shut up. I don't care. Because legality has never really mattered that much. You can rule your way around anything if you're good enough.
Well, yeah, true,
what I
but
care about
still,
is what was
you
the
got.
right decision, both business-wise and moral ethics-wise, and this was just not.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
This is
just
why.
because
This is why I say again. Yes, Yes, I mean, yeah, they have to control the IP and all that, but honestly, the legal department just needs a complete wipe and just get some fresh people in there.
I mean, hell, Nintendo, like, talk to Capcom. You still got an okay relationship with them, right? They could probably tell you why it's not such a big deal to have somebody like Evo stream your games and everything. Because they've been letting people do it to their games for years. Or Namco.
That's how
Or anybody
Capcom
else that's
makes
made a
a lot of
fighting
money.
game.
Capcom actively profits from Evo.
Yeah, Capcom, Namco, those guys could probably sit down with Nintendo and say, this isn't a bad thing. Trust us. We've been doing it for years.
What I find more funny is that they chose Melee over Brawl.
Well, again, Brawl's got some
it's not
things that
surprising,
are
I
just.
find it funny.
Yeah.
It's not surprising the least bit, but I find it funny.
Well, most likely it's going to get Melee is going to get then replaced with the upcoming Smash Brothers for
Depending
Wii
on
and.
how good or bad that new Smash Bros. Is
Well,
gonna
we
be.
already know tripping's not going to be in there, so that annoyance is gone. So I think it's pretty much all set to go. That was just the primary gripe, if I remember correctly, was with all the hardcore, Smash Brothers tournament players, was the fact that tripping pissed them the fuck off.
That's honest. That was a stupid thing to put in.
Yeah, and even Sakurai was like, I don't know why I did it. I guess I wanted to bring some randomness into the game, and that
What
flopped.
he wanted to do was Nintendo actively hates when you play Smash Brothers in a hardcore way. They clearly intend that to be a party game.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But keep in mind, people are not always going to play it like a party game.
Yep.
No,
Like,
they'll
if
try
they
to
had
do
just-
it like say they'll
Could
try
you
to make it
turn
as
tripping
broken as
off in the
possible.
options menu?
No, it's...
Could you turn it off if you wanted to?
Wait, what?
The tripping and Brawl?
No, you can't. It's stuck in there. You can't
Like,
turn it
if-
off.
Like, if they had just made it an option, like you could put on or off, I don't think anyone would have been anywhere near that bothered by it.
Yeah, but... it's going to be gone in the next one, and as usual, you can turn items off and all that stuff. So yeah, I really see just, the next Smash Brothers is going to be bringing back, okay, you can have your fun aspect, but you can also have your hardcore, fighting game kind of aspect. Anyways, moving on towards Satoru Iwata made a statement addressing the Nintendo's third-party woes. He said that during the 73rd annual meeting of Nintendo shareholders, it said that the he quoted, "One is to seamlessly release our first-party titles starting from next month to improve the momentum of the Wii U." Talking about how the fact that the Wii U's momentum is pretty much stagnated, and that's pretty much pretty much the primary cause of why third parties are starting to stray away from it.
One of my friends is no joke trying to sell his Wii U.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Hey,
He
I
said
was
that.
thinking about buying one of those.
Yeah. Continuing, as third-party software developers do business for their own profits, they tend to avoid investing in a platform with little presence. We would therefore like them to see Wii U as a platform with which they feel they can make profits from an economical perspective.
Have we talked about Zombie U yet?
Not
no,
yet. That's
no.
later on.
Because these two stories tie into each other.
Yes, they do. We will get to that when we get to the third-party section. But he made some definite statements, and again, it's more along the lines of like back when he said that we're at fault for why the Wii U has completely stagnated. He's meaning that we've hit these flaws here are what are causing third parties to just stray away from us, and this is where we need to improve, and this is where we will improve.
Yeah, because, I've said it time and time again, the Wii U is not a bad piece of hardware. And granted, while it's going to look old compared to a PS4 and a 360, if Nintendo knew what they were doing and if they got their shit together, then it could still sell despite that. But
Although fixing your reputation at this junction is easier said than done. Because once you get labeled as a console with no games on it, it's extremely hard to get that label removed. It took place, PS3, when it was initially released, was that console that had like very few games on it. It took years to break that. Years. Before people realized how many games are on the PS3.
Yeah. So yeah, it is a combination. I mean, at least Nintendo realizes, they've got to get the third parties back on their side and make them realize, this is still a good piece of hardware and you can still make stuff for it. Again,
but Nintendo's never had third parties on their side. Not really.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent. I mean, the game. I mean, since the GameCube, or hell, probably since the N64, the third-party companies had kind of shied away from them, simply because Nintendo likes to do things in a different way than the norm. And again, I mean, the touchpad. That's something that people, once they figure out what to do with it, we might see some really innovative stuff like what we've seen on the DS.
Nintendo's development policy for their software and hardware has always been, we're doing what we want and fuck you. And fuck you if you disagree.
But they'll make exceptions for...
That is equally good for them and horrible for them.
But they have made exceptions for Capcom. They've done that in the past. I mean, that was one of the reasons why we had that fucking Pro controller, like... I know they came out with like different controllers, and Nintendo, they fucking fought to make sure that Capcom made Monster Hunter just for them, because people really give a shit about Monster Hunter in Japan. That's true.
Yes.
I like it too.
Yeah.
And same goes over here in the States. It's just Capcom's like just totally ignoring the U.S.
Japan.
Capcom, Monster Hunter Online. I want it now.
Keep dreaming, man.
I swear to God, I'm gonna come to your office and skull fuck you.
Oh God.
That escalated fast.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Would be pretty
That's
good
how
at.
much I want
It
my
basically
Monster Hunter,
is.
damn
There
it.
is no story to it anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, again.
We'll see.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I mean, we'll see what happens with the Wii U. I mean, going forward. I mean, in reality, I think it really only has been a year since it was released.
Pretty much, yes. This kind of, again, this slightly echoes with what happened with the 3DS, and hopefully with the influx of their, the titles that they are going to be putting out.
Good
Hopefully
news, it echoes what happened with the 3DS. Bad news, it echoes what happened with the Dreamcast.
I just realized something. I just had a brilliant idea. Why don't they make a Wii U version of Ace Attorney?
Because Ace Attorney is traditionally a portable game anyway.
Yeah, it's traditionally a portable game. I mean, the only time we've had like the home versions was basically the ports that came onto the Wii's the Wii shop.
Not to mention, I can.
A so what shrug?
Well, not to mention, I'm pretty sure Capcom's making a pretty penny selling that thing on iOS right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I never played an Ace Attorney game, but I don't imagine that kind of gameplay structure would like be able to last an entire console game.
Well,
as
the
well
thing
as
that
a portable game.
I think, what people easily forget, I mean, those first Phoenix Wrights games, those were on the Game Boy Advance, and then Capcom, figured, well, if we're going to bring them to America and it's going to be on the DS, throw in this ancillary shit, and it wasn't until Apollo Justice to when they made a game like that was focusing on the touchscreen. But again, Capcom, they're selling that thing on iOS right now. I don't think they really give a shit to put it on Nintendo, on Wii U, but...
Since no one's buying Wii U. It's that thing where if Nintendo doesn't release their own games on the Wii U to prove what it can do, then no one releases games on the Wii U. And if they do start releasing games on the Wii U, well, they've already got the market cornered. There's no reason to bother competing against them. There's no reason to put games on the Wii U. So either they make games or nobody makes games.
Fucking Nintendo, you want me to buy one? Put F-Zero on that bitch.
Or Star Fox. We're not gonna let this go, people.
Anyway, moving on.
F-Zero was dead.
Moving
If
on.
I ever meet you, I'm going to knee bust you.
D dead.
My knee in your crotch. Who will
I don't
win?
even know where I live.
I don't know, but if I ever meet you in real life someday, your balls are mine.
Anyways, breaking away from the violence here. Moving on towards Miyamoto giving a bit of an announcement saying that in the latest edition of the Weekly Famitsu, he said that Nintendo is working on a new franchise, and he says that I've been thinking next spring would be a good time to bring out a new franchise. I can't say too much in detail right now, but I've been pretty busy with this title these days. Now,
It's interesting to me for good reason. I don't know if it was this interview or a different interview where Miyamoto said that Nintendo doesn't make new IPs unless they found a new genre for which a new IP fits.
This was, he recently discovered...
Was that this interview or a different one?
It's a different one. He discussed the topics of...
Uh-oh.
Well, Gamer
Real
Wolf
life
has
just
his
attacked
relationship
Gamer Wolf.
troubles at home. I want to finish my sentence. For example, Pikmin wasn't developed until they had a reason, a genre to explore with Pikmin. Mario wasn't... They use Mario for all the platforming games and for any sort of sports tie-in. They use Metroid for any shooting games. They use all their characters in Brawl. They don't use any new characters unless there's a genre in which it would only work by making a new character.
So we've got this new genre.
They have found a new genre in which to find a new IP to make for it.
So we got this new genre. We're calling it Full Reactive Eyes Entertainment. You're gonna love it. Am I the only one on that?
Yes.
Oh no.
Probably.
It was I'm basically giving you the same pitch that people tried to make with Shenmue back on the Dreamcast. If anybody remembers that shit. Remember Shenmue was a whole new
I
genre?
remember that there were sailors.
Oh yeah, Shenmue, that game.
Yeah, that was a whole new genre of game. Remember that shit? It was a third-person adventure with
And
some
then we
QT.
made Heavy Rain.
Oh God, yeah, but
Came Uncharted.
it's not to say that Nintendo is beyond the realm of making a new IP. I mean, they made Animal Crossing, they made Advanced Wars, which later on bled into Battalion Wars, which I liked despite what some people would have said about that series. But I thought Battalion Wars was all right. It is kind of up in the air on what they could be possibly making. I can probably guarantee that.
What genres have what are genres that Nintendo has yet to explore?
Well, I don't think Nintendo has done like a third-person hack and slash. I mean, I don't count Zelda among that group.
But if they did make a third-person hack and slash, they probably would have just used some of their characters instead.
Probably. I mean, if Nintendo wanted to make a God of War or a fucking Diablo, worse yet, I mean.
Yeah, then they probably need a new IP for like a God of War style game.
Yeah, or worse yet, if Nintendo does go the way of we're gonna make this a loot-driven game.
What they could have done is they could have used Mario and they could have made him a were-plumber.
Oh, fuck off.
It's stretchy arm.
Yeah, that's an idea. They could make him a real plumber.
A were-plumber.
Oh, plumber? No.
Like,
fuck that.
how does Mario get turned into a werewolf? Well, a were.
He got bit by a mushroom.
Yeah, there you
He
go.
got bit by one of the fucking toadstools.
Bowser gave him a black mushroom, which we force-fed into him, and it gave him a wolf appearance and stretchy arms.
No. Better idea. Were Koopa.
These sound like Sci-Fi Channel originals. What the fuck?
You know what is a original that they just released? I'm not making this up. Sharknado.
I've seen
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it.
it. You know,
I
I-
own Sharktopus on DVD. I wanted to do a riff on that. Oh god.
I'm
Yeah,
calling
Shark-
next
You know
year.
You know what
I'm
Sharktopus needs to be in? Sharktopus needs to be in Blizzard. Wow. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna call this
Incredible
right now.
mouse.
Next year, I'm calling it. Next year, next sci-fi big movie, Shark Zombie.
Shark zombie, or like spider zombies.
Shark. Yeah, basically.
Snake zombies,
Yeah.
snake
We
zombies.
have
The old
that.
snakes.
It's called Frankenfish.
Yeah, I've seen Frankenfish. I've seen a lot of stupid films.
Some stupid shit on Sci-Fi Channel.
They'll
Yeah,
probably
there
name it
is.
something stupid like Shark Type Z.
What was the next story?
Well, Game of Wolf
They're
is.
waiting for Gamer Wolf to deal with his folks.
I'm so sorry about that fucking idiot bitch. I swear to God.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Language, young man. Language.
No, I'll if this fucking shit happens again, I'm gonna just turn off the damn thing and just rant off the record for a bit. Anyways, moving on. In an interview, excuse me, sorry. Okay.
You're all
Hitoshi Yamaguchi gave an interview. Yamaguchi. Or Yamagami, I'm so... God damn it. The whole thing is this...
Gucci. I like that name,
Dude,
Gucci.
just relax. Just relax and take a deep breath.
Hitoshi Yamagachi, the game's producer of Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, gave a interview with Spain-based publication Hobby Consolas, also known as Nintendo Enthusiasts, over in the across the sea. He said that pertaining towards Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, so that for a long time I wanted to create a Fire Emblem on our time, on the real world. Imagine a Pegasus that comes from the sky and lands on the building 109 of Shibuya, Tokyo. I always thought that it would be incredible. At the same time, I know it's hard because of how Fire Emblem is. I visited many companies to express these ideas. When I went to Atlas, I was told that Shin Megami Tensei together with Fire Emblem is what I wanted. So I soon said that to Intelligent Systems and started this very special collaboration. Oops, I shouldn't say that the game takes place in the real world. We haven't announced it, right?
I'm all for this.
He pretty much
I
gave
still
the
have-
info of how the project was born.
The question I still have is, who the fuck is Marth, and why is locking insert a reward in Smash Brothers Brawl?
Well, he is a knight,
Oh.
for one, and he, serves the princess for another.
So he's
And
Link?
Oh, God.
it's a different kingdom, man.
Oh, he's Mario.
Anyway, yeah, I love the fact that this dude wants to take something that, is fantastical and kind of put it in a modern setting. Because,
To be
yeah,
fair,
we've
that's-
seen...
Putting fantastical things in the modern day is basically what Shin Megami Tensei does anyway, so it's not that much.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. Granted, they use, fucking demons, but...
They
still,
use magical computers that summon demons.
yeah, and, kids wear these glasses when they go into TV, and then they smash
And they shoot
trading
themselves
cards
in the head with a magic gun.
They smash a trading card in their hands to...
Oh, yeah, well, true. I mean, Shin Megami Tensei 4 isn't technically in the modern world. I mean, not this time.
I'm just saying, bringing fantastical elements into otherwise grounded settings is kind of like a mainstay of the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. So, bringing something fantastical like Fire Emblem into the modern day with a Shin Megami Tensei game isn't that much of a stretch.
Yeah. It also revealed that the game will just be a full-blown RPG. It won't be a turn-based strategy game like how Fire Emblem is. So,
Probably a good decision overall.
it'll be pretty interesting to see how this turns out. I mean, I'm definitely feeling more excited about this title when it comes to the Wii U.
This Ike character, and what's his relationship to Mike?
Anyway, still though, Hitoshi never didn't give a single hint as towards a possible release date. With pretty much the only speculation there is that this game won't be coming out until 2015, most likely.
Last question: where the fuck is Persona 5?
That's a good question. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, after they get done with Shin Megami Tensei 5,
Oh god.
Isn't that the one they're working on now?
No, 4. 4 is the
Okay.
one that's coming out this week. In fact, on the 16th, 4
Yeah.
comes out.
So yeah, I want my Persona 5.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till after they're done with 4.
Yeah. Anyways, next up now.
Such a cliffhanger though.
Now with the third-party news. First up, CCP, the guys behind EVE Online and also Dust 514, they recently got a pretty interesting acquisition. They got the former vice president of EA's Play for Free group, Sean Decker, now as their senior vice president for product development. Yeah, Decker will now lead the company's worldwide game development, overseeing company studios in Reykjavik, Shanghai, Atlanta, and Newcastle.
Okay, as a fan of CCP and the work, and being an EVE fan, I actually really do not know anything about this guy. If you can shed some light on me, that'd be nice.
Okay, he was prior to the time before he was leading EA's Play for Free group. Decker served as the vice president and general manager at DICE, where he oversaw the Battlefield and Mirror's Edge franchises, and at EA's Los Angeles studio, where he directed the Medal of Honor and Command & Conquer franchises.
I love how one
That's
game
actually really good.
Franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, his last works were he was helping out with the what was it? I mean, it was like Command & Conquer Tiberium. I don't think it was Tiberium. I don't think it was Tiberium Wars. I don't quite remember. But there is a
Command & Conquer 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No, but yeah, he then went over to EA's Play for Free group and worked on a couple of free-to-play titles before then leaving the company completely. And now he is now, like I said, senior vice president of product development, and he will be overseeing that. He will be helping out with pretty much all their franchises: Dust 514, EVE Online's upcoming expansions, and also the continuing development of the World of Darkness.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta say that's a pretty good track record.
That is actually a pretty good track record, yeah. So I think CCP is in good hands.
Yeah.
Of course, though, I will tell you this now, though, that most people on EVE Online right now on the forums, they're taking his appearance with a grain of salt right now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
EA, and therefore anything he does is immediately scrutinized.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything EA related they don't like. Actually, hell, I actually remembered something else. This is actually a little off topic, but I remember some people talking about Star Citizen, of course, on EVE, and they're saying that it's pretty much a Care Bear game. Care Bear for EVE Online means you pretty much go for PvE, not PvP. And really, honestly, guys, I really do not know how to describe the players in EVE sometimes. They're just trolls.
EVE is a game that's entirely dependent on its user base.
Yeah, I mean, and granted, a lot of players of EVE Online, they were kind of hostile toward the idea of Dust 514 because, it's like
still law, in fact.
Yeah, I mean, because they don't want, the Call of Duty, jocks in their space sim games.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. But, when they started to see what the players of Dust 514 and how they could benefit to them, people kind of started to warm up to the idea.
Well, of course, they want money.
Yeah.
The whole game is pretty much an economy system. But
I find it interesting to have a game where you can...
Sometimes, though, they just confuse me once in a while.
I do find it interesting there's a game out there that you can spend a lot of, like, $2,000 worth of real life money on and then lose it all like in one fell swoop.
Oh shit!
Do not make me bring up the Burn Jitter event. That was a huge loss of money.
Like EVE Online is clearly not the game for me, but I'm glad it exists.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on towards Ubisoft. Ubisoft making, well, a bit of a, sad announcement if you liked Zombie U, in the fact that Ubisoft has no plans as of right now for a Zombie U sequel, saying that the game was not profitable.
Because it was on the Wii U.
Guillemot made clear that Zombie U failed to come close to making a profit for the company. The game ended up performing so badly that not only are there no plans to make a sequel, but there is no desire either.
It was on the Wii U.
That really sucks. Because judging from the trailers and stuff, I thought that was going to be like a console-selling title.
Yeah, I mean, granted, while it wasn't enough to make me run out and get a Wii U right away, and given my situation, nothing was. But if I were to get a Wii U, Zombie U was one of those games that I wanted to try, and it looked really interesting, and there was a lot of interesting things about the mechanics to where, like, your character may not attack as fast as some other games, but that's by design. And it's how it's supposed to be,
It's a survival game.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's not meant to be this actiony thing, but I could see why they would say because it was on the Wii U, or maybe it was because people didn't get it. I don't know.
Yves Guillemot cited this lack of sales as why Rayman Legends went multi-platform.
Yeah, this is where the bullshit hits the fan. Ooh. Yeah, he went to officially lay the blame for Rayman Legends going multi-platform directly at Zombie U. He said that we must find a way to ensure the creativity of those games could have a big enough audience. We hope it will take off. At the moment, we said, let's do through Christmas and see where we are from there. Yeah, this is...
Making multi-plat was a very smart move.
Yeah, but at the same time...
If they the Wii U, I'm not convinced it would have sold enough.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is still, go back to the fact that the Wii version of Rayman Legends had to be delayed just because of the multi-platform thing, even though the game was technically finished. That was bullshit, and just with this, that's even more bullshit. I mean, really? You're going to lay the fact...
But I understand what they were thinking. I understand.
I mean, yeah, I can understand what they're thinking, but at the same time, no, if the goddamn game's done, release the fucking thing, then worry about the multi-platform.
It is much easier to market all three platforms all at once than it is to market one platform and then two platforms later. It is much easier to do it that way, so I understand why they did what they did, and I'm not mad at them for it.
Yeah.
And given Zombie U's sales, that was entirely justified.
Yeah, it's sad but true on that one. So who knows? I mean, for the foreseeable future,
Wii U has not been doing that well at all. And Nintendo's going to be fine regardless of whether Wii U sells or not, but I'm not sure they're going to do that well this generation.
They just need the right kickstart, and with the fact that finally they're going to start having the titles that they titles like Pikmin 3, Wonderful 101, and that. No, I can.
A long time.
I still think
you not only have to just get over that stigma of being the console that has no games on it, and that takes longer than actually making a lot of games for it.
Here's my opinion. I'm going to say this once. This might be a little bit off topic, but this is what I believe. If next year, when they make the next generation of the Wii U, of the Wii, of the next Nintendo console, God knows what the hell they're going to call it, they should just design it as a normal console.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to see that. I wouldn't want to see that because that's part of Nintendo's charm. They always think outside the box. If they fall in with the the in crowd, they pretty much just lose that uniqueness, and they could fall into the same stagnation that can happen.
Nintendo's uniqueness is also a double-edged sword.
Yeah, because right now, look at them right now.
It makes
I understand
very interesting and innovative, and it's always something that's pleasant to see. On the other hand, it also makes it very hard to develop things for those consoles.
Right, and I see both the pros and the cons. If they made it more accessible, then more people would buy it, but at the same time, they would shoot themselves in the foot and lose what makes Nintendo. So.
Yeah, and that's one of the things Nintendo's been trying to do recently.
It's their tech, it's their games.
I mean, one of the things that they've been trying to do recently with their hardware is that they want to make it to where everybody can play with this thing. That's why, people...
And that's the problem with the Wii U. Like, compared to the Wii, people understand motion controls. Those are inherently easy to understand phenomenon. You move, and the character moves. I get it. I can explain that to Grandma. The touchpad, you can't explain to Grandma very easily.
No.
How much was the Wii U when it came out?
I think $250.
Well, there
are two different versions that you can buy. One is like the basic set, and the other one is like the God, I forget what they call it. The deluxe set, which includes Nintendo Land and also
it had more memory.
Yeah, it has more internal memory to it.
Well, still for the update.
For $250, it would kind of be that's actually a good selling point for something of that quality. Like considering. Yeah. The Wii got so many sales because it was one of the cheaper things and it was innovative. So I was hoping the Wii U would hit the same mark, but
especially for
motion controls are easier to sell than a gamepad is.
Yeah, especially for a family.
Yeah.
Simple test. Explain to Grandma how the touchpad works.
Touch it.
Yeah, you just touch it.
Explain to Grandma how motion controls work. Tell her which one to explain.
Have you ever had to call your mom
between your thighs, and then you can move it?
Have you ever had to call your mother, Grandma, and tell her how to work the VCR?
Oh, that's easy. You have to put it on your butt. You have to sit on it.
Remember those old commercials? It was like, if you don't understand, just ask your 5-year-old to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The price points for the Wii U is $300 for the basic and $350 for the deluxe.
What? No wonder they didn't sell.
Well, I don't know. Considering the size of the gamepad and the touchscreen, I figured it would go up. That's why I was kind of shocked at $250, but I don't know.
I mean, the PS4 is only $400. That's only $100 more.
Yeah. The PS4 is going to be that, and of course we know
that's
one's
actually
$500.
And it's more accessible.
Yeah, because people understand what a controller does.
Right.
Yeah,
it's the same controller you've been using for years, literally.
Ooh, that gives me an idea for another 2 Cents article. I'm gonna write this down real quick. Controller versus motion controls. There we go, done.
Anyway, moving on from that towards the next story, which involves Capcom. Capcom is undergoing reorganization, but also their senior vice president has left. Christian Svensson has officially left Capcom.
Isn't he the asshole that told us to screw off because we didn't want to play Resident Evil 5?
No, I don't think so. Christian Svensson actually has been trying to work with... He's been very willing to work with fans. He was pretty much the face of the company because of his willingness to just work with the fans and interact with them candidly. But sadly, he has pretty much left amid a planned reorganization for the firm, which will include layoffs.
Capcom is so screwed.
Yeah.
Somewhere, Keiji Inafune is kicking back, just going, called it.
What concerns me more isn't the head honchos at Capcom, because quite frankly, fuck them. What concerns me is the studios and all the people who are developing games for them, and the IPs, because I'm pretty sure Capcom's going to go down eventually. I'm just worried what will happen to the people who work for them.
I would imagine, if what was to happen to Capcom,
probably happen like THQ.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. If Capcom went under, as shitty as they are right now, and if their IPs got auctioned off to companies that could actually do something with them,
Although,
I'd be all for
remember,
that.
not everyone was purchased in the THQ auction.
Yeah, granted, because Darksiders got kind of fucking shafted, which upset me. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, it is kind of a two-way street. Although I kind of see that being like the worst-case scenario, that Capcom just ultimately fucking flounders and then they have to sell off their stuff. But we'll see. It's
Though I'm pretty sure games like Mega Man and Resident Evil will sell. Like, they have some... All their franchises are at least fairly well known.
Well, the thing is, Capcom has to do something with Mega Man, and that's their fucking problem right now.
You sound like Rockaway.
That's fucking what they're doing, man. They don't give a shit about Mega Man. And they don't give a shit about how to handle their properties better.
I have a friend in real life who doesn't play a lot of games, but he's a huge Mega Man fan, and he says the exact same thing.
Well, fucking their 25th anniversary, a fan had to do something. Because Capcom was like, we're not doing anything, but we'll take this thing that a fan made. Sure, why not?
I can't believe
Yeah.
the 25th anniversary of their franchise.
Yeah, and they don't give a fuck.
Now, Infernape, yes, Mega Man, Mega Man
is dead as F-Zero.
Yes, Mega Man X was put in Project X Zone, but the thing is, though, you know, where's the pure Mega Man game? That's what we're talking about.
He's in Brawl.
Yeah, he's going to be in the next Smash. Yeah, original Mega Man is going to be in the next Smash Brothers. Yes, but still, it's like, where's the pure Mega Man game? You know,
where's like
dead as F-Zero?
Yeah, good, you know, good job trying to say that. I think you'll probably get yourself beat with a fucking bat. Yeah.
Careful. Also, points in the melee weapons.
Anyways, also, Infernape, interacting with the fans. Yes, Capcom interacts with the fans, but the thing is, though, Christian Svensson was like the guy that would interact with the fans. He would be he's pretty much the one that always comes out to the forums and just gives info to those on the forums and all that. I mean, I remember during the whole Ace Attorney Investigations 2 controversy that he pretty much was the main guy to post saying, hey, we're sorry, we're trying to figure something out or other. It's just we don't see it being, like, it's going to work out with the DS version. With a DS version. But still, this sucks because, yeah, Svensson was pretty much the guy that always, he put his heart out to the Capcom fans, trying to give them the info that they wanted, trying to tell them, you know, what's up with this, what's up with that, what were we doing, and just
moving on.
Yeah, it sucks. And he said he gave a statement saying that this departure is not a bad thing for me, and it's happening mostly because I'd suggested it during the early planning for today's reorganization. While I wish the company best of luck, Capcom is going in a different direction, and the need for people at my level relative to other areas is lacking. To those
Very classy of him.
Yeah. And he also mentions that to those that know him well, he actually has been ready to go for quite some time. And of course, he's been grateful for the opportunities Capcom has afforded me. He stated, as long as he did in large part for the potential he felt the company had and still has for their in their franchises and also their upcoming new stuff that they're working on.
Yeah, Shinji Mikami, he's just kicking back like, yep, get out of there, man.
Get out of there, indeed.
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
moving on, dude.
That does suck. And, well, amidst the whole Capcom reorganization, a little bit of possible good news coming along the lines of course, the crossover. We still want the Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney game. And
now, I honestly do not know how that's going to work.
I think you can definitely take a look online. I'm pretty sure there's like some things about it on like YouTube and that, like gameplay wise and that. Since the game is actually the game I think is technically out. Yeah. I think it's technically out right now. But Akihiro Hino, level 5 CEO, made a mention at France's Japan Expo when it was brought as the he was brought to the main stage as a guest of Nintendo to talk about all things Professor Layton. And when he was asked about a certain game starring the gentleman professor and a certain attorney, he said that something is in the works, but I can't talk about it today. Everyone at level 5 thanks you for their continued patience. So yeah, something's definitely hush-hush about this game. And hopefully it's just mainly the fact that it's gonna get a international release. It's just right now being translated, and it's in the process.
Awesome.
I see.
And I'm hoping it is, because I've played the Professor Layton games, and God, some of those puzzles are just wicked hard, but it's still good. The story is still great, and of course, what is there to say about Ace Attorney? Then it's damn good kind of.
It's a good series of games.
Yeah, it's a good series of games, good puzzle solving, putting pieces together of the case and that.
Yes. And let's not forget, it also spawned the infamous Phoenix Wrong videos.
Oh, yeah.
I love those videos.
Okay, it is out in Japan. Alright, so, yeah, I think you should be able to find maybe some sort of, YouTube video, showing off the game. Somebody probably put up a little bit of it. Mm-hmm. But as of right now, with the whole hush, him just not being able to mention much about it or something related to it, I'm hoping that something related is the international release, because Level 5 knows how much people want this damn game, and so does Capcom. So, though Level 5 is technically in charge of the whole thing. And not to mention with the fact that, the Professor Layton games have actually been building up so much of a fan base. I mean,
that's great and all, but they don't have Steam trading cards. I'm not interested.
Oh, good lord.
That's a joke. That's a joke, people. Don't slaughter me yet. That was a joke. I was kidding.
Anyways,
hearing about Level 5 just makes me think I gotta go out and play Ni no Kuni, because...
Go out and buy Dark Cloud 2 and play that too. That was a great game.
I have that.
Oh, yeah.
I own that.
But yeah,
good. That's a great game. You should.
And the original Dark Cloud, for that matter.
You should keep that one too. Although I like that a lot less than I do Dark Cloud 2.
Yeah. But yeah, there's still some hope for it. I'm hoping.
And Rogue Galaxy.
Oh God, Rogue Galaxy! I still gotta finish that.
That was a fun game.
Love that game. I love how
I actually gotta find myself another copy of it. Sadly,
I still need to buy Ni no Kuni. I still need to buy that game.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to get that.
Anyways, moving on towards Square Enix news. First up, Nomura shared some info about Kingdom Hearts 3, along with the fact that yes, Disney has Star Wars and Marvel, or any characters from those going to show up. Yeah, Tetsuya Nomura gave some details about Kingdom Hearts 3 in an interview with Finland. First, while he and the development team have been excited about the possibility of including characters from Star Wars and Marvel comics since Disney's acquisitions of both companies, he said that it might be difficult for the development team to get Disney to release those characters for use. He said that, of course, it would be great if we could add those licenses as well, but there are a lot of rules and restrictions by Disney, so we can't actually put everything we want. So it's quite a difficult decision, but we're going to prepare some surprises for you, so just wait for the information.
Also, honestly, the idea of Mickey Mouse meeting Darth Vader just terrifies me.
Honestly,
I am so fucking glad that this is it.
If I ever see that, I will kill myself. Got it? I do not ever want to see Darth Vader and Mickey Mouse.
Also, it would be way too much of it would be way too out of it. It's just.
They
did have Pirates of the Caribbean, fine.
Well, Pirates of the Caribbean is a straight-on Disney franchise.
They already have a lot to work with just straight up everything in Square Enix's catalog, along with everything in just
Disney's animated catalog. Yeah.
I mean, hell, the next thing I want to see in a Kingdom Hearts 3 is fucking Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh god, yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
I know
don't
that's
want them
opened
to
some
fuck with
fucking
the Star Wars
floodgates.
Marvel stuff personally. I want to stick with main Disney franchises.
You know
I don't
what
want
is-
Star Wars. I don't want Darth Vader or Deadpool in my Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I don't want either.
You know
I
what-
want to just stay
I mean,
with the Disney animated franchises.
Now imagine though, I mean, it says if they did add Deadpool to Kingdom Hearts, I will tell you right now, it will be just as funny and hilarious as the game itself.
I don't know about that because I doubt anybody at Square.
I'm not
but-
saying it's going to be good. I'm
It would
saying
have
it's
to be
gonna
censored
break
to
the whole
high
game.
hell.
Yeah, I don't think it would work. They would not
no.
understand the character. But you
It
know
would be
what?
censored to high hell.
No, that's what I'm saying, guys. It's going to break the whole game. If they put Deadpool in Kingdom Hearts, it's going to break it.
I know, but something that occurred to me mentioning Wreck-It Ralph. Just imagine the
That's
possibilities.
the Deadpool video game. Seriously. Bitch slapping Wolverine.
But the
Anyway.
actual game itself, I heard was
I actually
boring
thought
as
that
fuck.
game had really good humor to it, but
Yeah,
the humor
that,
is
yeah.
awesome, but the story and gameplay is just mediocre.
Yeah.
yep, and that's why I gave it a 3 out of 5.
yeah. But just thinking of the idea of like Wreck-It Ralph running into like some of the Square Enix characters, like I could easily see him like running into Cloud and be like, "Hey, don't I know you?" Or just
Yeah, exactly.
Captain. Like, so
Wreck-It
it's-
Ralph, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you have Wreck-It Ralph in there, it would just fit in perfectly because he is a game jumper in a sense.
so it does matter.
Anyways, also Nomura was quick to point out that although many fans have been wanting a chance to play as other characters or have features like co-op, Sora will still be the main focus of Kingdom Hearts 3. However, he did admit there's still plenty of time for surprises to be announced for the fans, and the team will try their best to placate what fans want, since this will be the last numbered Kingdom Hearts game. Since this is technically the Kingdom Hearts 3 will be the end of what he called the Dark Seeker saga.
Kingdom Hearts prints money.
Now they're going to start the Final Fantasy. Now they're going to start Final Kingdom Hearts.
No, we'll just be seeing more of the subtitles. That's all.
We'll be seeing or internet acronyms.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That's it.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I think I think Enigma's net may have pulled some shit.
But yeah, I mean, Kingdom Hearts. They have. I mean, Square Enix in general has a bad habit of just fucking making up.
Yeah, we
words.
lost Enigma. Crap. Hopefully it gets back in soon enough.
Yeah.
Ouch.
But yeah, who knows what we'll be seeing. I mean, he did say there's plenty of time, so who knows what will be added to Kingdom Hearts 3 in the ways of like different kinds of things, like maybe different characters you can play as temporarily or something like that. But as of right now, I'll just we know the main focus, it's still Sora, and also the fact that any Kingdom Hearts games coming after this one will not be numbered.
No, oh yeah. No, I figured it was like a trilogy thing with some side projects.
Yep.
Also, we just hit the 2-hour marker.
Not technically. We are at 1:33.
No, we're
Yeah. Anyways, next up. Oh, I'm gonna break this. This one pissed me off when I first read it, and then seeing what happened afterwards was like, okay, could you just not have done this in the first place? Okay.
Uh-oh.
First, to those that were, surprisingly enough, Deus Ex: The Fall is actually pretty good. I'll admit that. However, for those that have iPhones, that they decided to jailbreak said iPhones. When they got this game, they got this little message saying, "We're sorry, but you can't fire on jailbroken devices." Basically saying you can't use friggin' guns because your iPhone is jailbroken. What the fuck, Square Enix? What the fuck, Eidos? You are goddamn fucking idiots for doing this shit. Seriously, you're branding jailbreakers as friggin' pirates, okay? That's bullshit, Okay, jailbreaking a device.
Pirates, but
yeah, but no,
jailbreaking and pirating is not the same thing.
Jailbreaking does not equal piracy. Jailbreaking is just basically, I don't want to be hooked on this one phone carrier's network. I want to be able to take my phone towards like some other phone carrier.
Also, jailbreaking is legal.
Yeah.
Back.
And honestly, most of the people that jailbreak do not use it for. They use it still for completely legal reasons. They just jailbreak it because they need certain
totally
programs that aren't
your phone. It's not against the law.
Gamer.
What?
Gamer, calm down.
No, I'm not gonna calm down because this was bullshit.
I have a question to ask.
What?
As a guy who only owns one phone for the last 5 years, that's not an iPhone. What is jailbreaking?
Jailbreaking is basically you pretty much you get it. Jailbreaking any iPhone, pretty much you unlock some new functionality towards the iOS towards the device. You can download programs that are not on the Apple iStore or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, if you need any more info, just Google it.
Yeah, and the big thing is it's just pretty much it's to basically open up functionality for new stuff. And this is what most people do with their iPhones because of the fact that they can put things on that they may need.
It unlocks things the device for your use on the device that otherwise the developer would not intend you to use.
Yeah, and it's not illegal. The only thing it really does is just void your warranty. That's it.
Like if something's like locked on your phone, you want it gone, you can jailbreak it so then it becomes unlockable and you can remove it. Like games that you want out that are only available in certain regions, you can actually have those on your iPhone. Just simple stuff like that, and it's really not a big deal. It's not even illegal. It just as gamers it voids your warranty, so you can't get it in and get it repaired or trade it in.
Now, if only game consoles could do the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, granted, at least Square Enix are going to fix this. In a report from Kotaku, they said that Square Enix has decided to patch out the controversial DRM. The official statement says that we did not state clearly that the game would not support jailbroken devices, and so we will be switching this off via an update so that all supported iOS devices will be able to play the game in the near future. Still though, here's the thing though.
If they actually had told people ahead of time jailbreaking would have caused you to not be able to use this game, they would not have done it at all.
Yeah, and that would end up hurting their friggin' sales. Now, honestly, this is where it comes to the point of why do it in the fucking first place.
I'm thinking there were some sales guys like, well, the chart says so. Like, if
they were trying to combat piracy because they believe jailbreaking leads to piracy.
Yeah, and they just pretty much got the slap in the face for thinking that. Because they got so much of a freaking consumer outcry that they realized, oh, hey, we fucked up.
Gamer, you're really pissed off about this.
Well, seriously, I mean, jailbreaking, again, it's not freaking illegal, and it's been proven that most people that jailbreak their iPhones just only use it because they just need those, certain additional programs that, for some reason or another, Apple doesn't allow on the goddamn store.
Apple is very selective about the
Apple's a fucking dick when it comes to stuff they allow in the store.
Like, you can get a lot of dumb shit on the App Store if you look hard enough, or even if you don't look hard enough. It's pretty out there, the kind of shit you get.
He just keeps freaking out like. He's been going on for like fucking.
But yeah,
so anyway, we want in a story that will piss Gamer Wolf off a little less.
I'm sorry. It's just the fact of the matter is, I mean, the brand, those people that they jailbreak their phones for honest reasons to just pull them in with pirates and just to do this level of a dick move, it's uncalled for.
Your outrage is justified. Let's just move on to our story.
I'm happy that Square Enix has realized this, but at the same time, don't do it again. Or else the same shit's going to keep coming, and you're going to get yourself into more controversy
you're
more
throwing yourself into
of
a
storm.
tizzy again.
Stop doing it, dude.
You're all good. You're all good.
Don't make me give smack you.
Anyways, moving on to this will slightly get me because of the fact that just what the fuck are you people thinking?
The backhand.
Putt Fun Centers, these guys with miniature golf and that, have sent a cease and desist a cease and desist letter to Mojang saying that Mojang's been benefiting from infringing on Putt-Putt's trademark by using the Putt-Putt name within Minecraft. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Yeah, Mojang isn't the one that's doing it. All this Putt-Putt stuff is from people making their own user-made content.
So it's not Mojang at all. They have to go out and individually sue every single person who's made a custom map, and they can't do that.
I swear to God, I know that name somewhere before. Putt-Putt.
Yeah, they're...
Mini golf.
Yeah,
it used to be a thing in the 90s kids used to do where they'd go and pay.
No. It was a computer game I used to play once.
Oh God! Don't even start with the stupid car, please. Don't.
Yeah.
No, I mean there actually is like a Putt Fun Center not far from where I live, and the biggest thing there, aside from miniature golf, is they have batting cage and go-karts.
I was actually thinking of the purple car, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
I was thinking of the purple car.
Honestly, this is just a level of just not doing your homework.
Mojang's gonna win that.
Mojang's gonna win this completely, and Puppet's gonna be like,
what they should have done.
Shoot,
this is like
we're
suing
idiots.
Microsoft Word for that shitty fan fiction someone wrote about your intellectual property. Like this is like suing Microsoft Word. This is like Capcom suing Microsoft Word because someone made a Mega Man fanfic.
Pretty much.
I mean,
Or also, this is like someone suing Marvel for making a Superman/Spider-Man fanfic that some other random person made.
Yeah.
I can see it as a novelist who used Microsoft Word and tried to publish a book, and Microsoft sued them for not giving them the money for using the program to publish the book.
It's not quite a not quite an apt comparison.
Ending was easier to follow, but yeah, it's all pretty much the same thing. None of it makes sense.
It's like if I made a Superman/Spider-Man fanfic and Marvel sued me, or Marvel sued.
Well,
DC.
probably
that makes more sense.
Probably a better example.
Marvel sued DC because I made a Superman/Spider-Man fan/fic.
To me, I think a better example would be in any of the like Forza Motorsport games that came out on the 360, where people made like all kinds of crazy decals on cars using just about anything that they were able to make out of basic shapes. Like I've seen cars that had
penises.
Yeah, those were on there, but like cars that have like superheroes and all kinds of various trademark characters and the like, but it's not like
One Piece, the Straw Hat flag.
Oh yeah.
As well.
But basically, I mean, people had the tools to pretty much make anything they wanted to put on a car in a Microsoft game, but it's not like Marvel or DC or any other company could file a lawsuit for what users are generating.
If dicks were allowed to be put...
could, but they just had to file a lawsuit against the users themselves.
Yeah.
If dicks were
and that would create so much negative backlash they wouldn't even dare.
Don't even think that's not a recommendation. Do not do that. That is stupid.
Yeah. Well, no, like really quick, the racing thing. Like, okay, so if dicks were able to be put on cars, was someone going to go out and like start suing the male genitalia?
Oh God.
It was pussy to do it.
But
I'm doing this game because this penis looks like mine.
Yeah, but Katie. I wouldn't exactly say they're doing this for popularity. This is pretty much this is pretty much their legal department just not doing their goddamn homework. And
although if somebody did say this was to get their name out there, I wouldn't put it past them because that's exactly what it sounds like as a publicity stunt.
True enough, still. But
because who has given a shit about putt in recent years?
But honestly,
I
with
cared
this,
about it when I was like 6.
I just assumed
but really
with called mini golf.
Yeah, but also, to even do this doesn't exactly install positive, positive consumer building here. This is pretty much proving your legal department's a bunch of idiots.
If you are at a low enough standing in society, any publicity is good publicity. Once you reach the big leagues, though, it matters whether it's good or bad publicity.
Yeah, but still, this level of publicity
is so unknown at this point that I'm pretty sure that they can eat the negative publicity.
Yeah, this is gonna pretty much live down. They're gonna have hard pressed to live this down because of the fact that, oh hey, you don't know what user-made content is. Your legal department doesn't know jack shit, does it?
I'm sure there's someone in the department that actually does play Minecraft. I'm sure there's at least one man. And he's like, what are you all doing?
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Next up, bad news for Konami and Bohemia Interactive. They got hacked as well.
What stories are there?
Like Ubisoft did. They got hacked and user info did get accessed. GameSpot UK reported that Bohemia Interactive, the developer behind Arma 3, did get hacked, and of course, also the same thing happened with Konami. In a statement by Bohemia Interactive, they said that we have unfortunately discovered that an illegal attempt has been made to access certain of our online websites, leading to the download of a database containing usernames, email addresses, and encrypted passwords. Please note, due to the encryption of the password, it is very unlikely that anything nefarious can be done with this information. We would like to reassure everyone that no other information, such as credit card details, is stored by us, and thus was not at any risk from this illegal breach. And as with Konami, they claim that the names, addresses, dates of birth, telephone numbers, and email addresses were accessed and probably taken. Affected users have been notified by email, but you can always update your credentials with the firm with a link that they gave out. First Ubisoft, and now these guys.
Yeah, so update your passwords for your Konami and Bohemia accounts. Also, does anybody have a Konami or Bohemia account?
I think I still have one from Metal Gear Online. That's it.
Too. If they took your email address, you might want to change your Gmail password as well.
Yeah, but again, who has a Konami or a Bohemia account?
I have a Nexus account.
If Bohemia is the guys that made the Arma franchise, and they probably have a couple people from the DayZ players.
Okay. Ooh, I would like to ask a question about DayZ, although I don't know if it's on the list of things to talk about for the podcast. So I guess I'll ask it afterwards.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I just had a question. I heard that there was going to be a standalone DayZ title, and all I'm asking is if there's any information on if that's true or not.
There will be a standalone. Yes, there will be a standalone DayZ title. They're working on it. It's just
it's slow. It's slow going.
It's going really slow. And as far as I hear, I think they're going to be using the new combat engine from Arma 3.
Oh, nice. That's still really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot smoother. It's less clunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arma 2, that otherwise known as that thing you use to play DayZ.
Yeah. I never even heard of Arma until after DayZ launched, and I was like, oh shit, alright.
I was vaguely aware of it.
For a long time. My friends love this military simulator games.
Mm-hmm.
Arma 2, that thing you use to play DayZ.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, I know it's not on the podcast. I just wanted to ask about something. There was a news story that happened. I think it was last year. These guys who were going to be working on the Arma games were.
Oh, you're talking about the two guys that got
those guys
arrested for being spies, for taking pictures.
Yeah, they got released.
Yeah. Oh, they finally. Okay, I didn't know about that. I just wanted.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, they did get released.
Okay, because those guys. That was kind of like a big thing after.
That was recent, I think they released too. It was
it was definitely this year. I think it was a couple months ago, probably. I don't quite remember though.
Yeah, I do remember that was a big thing. Though. I do remember that was a big thing though, but it was typically because of DayZ's attached to the Arma title. So,
but still, just damn. I mean, first Ubisoft, then now Konami and Bohemia Interactive. I mean. Geez, I'm kind of expecting somebody else to get hacked this week.
Oh, let's make some more bullshit accounts that
Next
only
target's going to be Nintendo.
It's going to be Sony again.
Yeah. Oh, that would suck if it was Sony again.
Next, considering all the people that hate them.
Yeah.
Actually, it could be Microsoft.
They only hack because Anonymous only hacks companies that they hate.
Yeah.
Right now, Sony has all the love.
I was like, if it is Sony that gets hacked again, Microsoft is going to use that as fuel for the fire. They're going to try and use that to be like, yeah, see,
you can hack anything, so it's not really a matter if it's a matter of when.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if the people petitioning for the DRM know that.
The only reason that Valve hasn't been hacked is no one hates them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to the last bit of third-party news we got here, and a surprising one. In fact, this came out way out of left field. Second Life maker Linden Lab has officially acquired Desura.
Huh.
Yep. Linden Lab, the company behind, of course, Second Life, and a bunch of other stuff, has picked up the digital distribution platform Desura. The service will continue uninterrupted.
Desura is a digital distribution service that focuses mostly on developing or relatively unknown games. If you want to find a decent indie game or one that's being developed, you usually go to Desura to check them out.
Yep. So they
Steam came along.
Yeah.
With the green light.
The service will continue uninterrupted as this deal pans out, promises Linden Lab. And Linden Lab CEO Rod Humble said that this acquisition gives us a global platform for serving creative developers of all kinds, and we're looking forward to growing both Desura's global community of gamers and its fantastic portfolio of thousands of games, mods, and other content. Our aim is to invest and support the Desura team in making it the most open and developer-friendly platform in the world. Definitely kind of follows what they did with Second Life, and the fact that they gave people the tools and just went like, there, create.
It doesn't sound.
Well,
bad.
I mean, with how they're going with this, I mean, they wanted to, I mean, picking up Desura with the fact that it's completely open, it's totally developer-friendly, in that. It definitely follows with how they did with the Second Life right from the beginning.
All right, let's finish this off.
Yes, please.
I gotta work at 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, I understand.
I actually have a doctor's appointment soon.
First thing off.
Tomorrow.
Now with just the game news. Big deal for anyone who's planning on getting Shin Megami Tensei 4 and already has Fire Emblem Awakening or is planning to get it. You get if you get Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Fire Emblem Awakening and you register them both before August 31st, you get a free $30 credit on the Nintendo eShop. This is friggin' huge.
That's actually a pretty clever way to promote Shin Megami Cross Fire Emblem.
Well, that, and to me, it's a clever way of getting people to fucking register their shit. That's... because it's not like you really need to convince people to go get, 2 games that are super awesome right now, but getting people to actually want to go through the fucking registration process for those.
And this is the Odyssey train.
This podcast is sponsored by Amtrak.
You know about Sharky's trains, man. Anyway, next story.
Trains just come along when needed.
Next story.
There's the next story, train.
Oh fuck!
Thank you, train.
I think he got pulled away briefly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got pulled.
Yeah, I think so.
Again.
Bye, sister.
Look, he's back.
Yeah, sorry, had to grab something for the folks again. Anyways, yeah, definitely go for this. I'm going to be going for it. I mean, especially since both are good games. I mean, I've been playing Fire Emblem Awakening like almost non-stop, and I just enjoy the hell out of that game. And just to have Shin Megami Tensei 4 along with just free $30 credit to the eShop, this is like the best deal.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
It's definitely one not to just turn away from. I mean, especially if there's stuff on the eShop, and trust me, there's stuff on the eShop you probably want to get. I mean, I still need to get the Oracle games. Moving on, next up, DuckTales Remastered has officially got a release date, and the development team has released a behind-the-scenes, what they call a documentary, showing the process. Yeah, showing the process of the remake in action. Now, the release date for DuckTales Remastered will be this August on PlayStation Network, Steam, and also the Nintendo eShop. Xbox Live people are going to get the shaft, sadly, because they will have to wait till September.
Ooh.
Well.
Yeah.
I remember a tweet from the indie gamer chick she was talking about when she started gaming. She was like, back when I started gaming, we were looking forward to games like DuckTales. Now in 2013, we're looking forward to games like...
DuckTales. Anyway, also, the PS3 version will also be getting a retail box version of the game that includes a Disney collector's pin, though, yeah, don't get too excited. Yeah, about
it's a pen.
That. Yeah,
it's not a hidden blade. It's not.
Also, the game will still need to be downloaded via digital code, so it's not technically on disc. Also, the retail version of the game is $19.99 instead of the download price, which is $15. But anyway,
definitely look forward to playing this on Steam, and then fingers crossed if these guys.
A retail version, you might as well go whole hog and put it on a disc.
Yeah, true enough. It's kind of like why do it?
I mean,
but
nothing wrong with that, I suppose. They're being pretty upfront about it being a voucher, But
yeah, this August 13th, expect to see DuckTales Remastered on Steam, PS3, and Wii U.
I hope it does really well, simply because I want to see Way Forward work on Rescue Rangers next.
Oh, yes, that'd be fucking awesome. Also, Xbox 360, it's September 11th.
Ooh, ouch.
Ooh, that's
a burn. Something. That's a burn.
Ugh.
Damn, I honestly didn't even think about that until you mentioned it.
Ooh, that's a bad date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on. Next up, for those of you that still have Street Fighter 4, get ready for another wave of DLC, surprisingly, because announced
game yet.
Announced at EVO, 5 new characters have been confirmed to be coming towards Street Fighter 4 as DLC, along with more stages as well.
Shouldn't this game be dead by now?
I know, it still lives for some reason. Anyways, it's like
a zombie. It's so disgusting. It simply must die.
Well,
it can't.
Well, at least with this, also coming with this will also be just a lot of balance changes, some fixes as well, and it's now becoming called Ultra Street Fighter 4. The 4 characters have been confirmed. 4 characters have been fully confirmed to be coming in the DLC. The 5th one is
Capcom. This is disgusting.
The 5th one, however, is unknown. The 4 characters that are confirmed are Rolento, Alina, Hugo, and Poison.
Why do we still have this model of Ultra HD releases when we have DLC?
No.
When we have DLC, why does this model of the Ultra HD remix version still work? Why does that work when we still have things like DLC? I don't understand.
Because Capcom doesn't get that yet. I don't know.
I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking understand.
Yeah. But
Capcom, why you make no sense?
I mean, it's great and all that still have.
Is this going to be released as DLC?
Yes, this will actually be DLC. This will change. This will add those fighters in along with the stages, but also there will be upcoming required DLC that is pretty much the balance changes.
A patch.
Yes, there will be a patch for balance changes, along with also some fixes as well. But now it's going to have 5 new characters, 6 new stages. It's only going to be $15.
Guys, the characters been announced yet?
Like I said, 4 of them have been announced. They are Rolento, Alina, Hugo, and Poison. The 5th character is right now unannounced. It's looking like Capcom's waiting for the perfect time to pretty much let the curtain rise on that 5th character.
Right. It'll be cool if they kind of tease it in some way.
Yeah. Well,
how about Leon from Resident Evil 4?
It'll just get leaked. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
These things always get
someone.
Well, at least thankfully, Capcom has confirmed that the 5th character is not Asura, and it's not fucking bad box art Mega Man.
That terrible box art Mega Man.
So how's that new Darkstalkers game coming?
I know, right?
Let's see.
All right.
Who should the 5th character be?
Oh, really quick, can I ask anyone about the Steam Summer Sale? Have you guys been jumping on this?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get. we definitely touched on that a little bit in the beginning there.
All right, because
and we'll probably end up just a little bit about it at the end, but let's move on towards next up.
Story.
Next up, Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter has been officially announced for Injustice: Gods Among Us as the next DLC character.
Yep.
Also announced is going to be the Jon Stewart Green Lantern skin.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I want to be honest. I thought Martian Manhunter was already in the game.
Wasn't there going to be an undead superhero DLC as well?
They've already put that out. That was the zombie mode.
Yeah.
So that's already out there. So the reason, I mean, yeah, Martian Manhunter, you know, fans have been wanting this dude for so long simply because, yeah, that's...
All right, he should have been in there already.
Yeah, I mean, he is part of the Justice League, so it's like, wow.
You know, I mean, the choices that were made either between NetherRealms and, of course, the writers at DC when they were going over the story and what they wanted to do, who they wanted to use, I'm sure they had whatever reasons why they didn't include that to begin with.
Who would they choose Hawkgirl over him?
I don't know. You know, it could have been, you know, because of whatever story they wanted to tell, because, you know, there is, you know, a pretty heavy emphasis on story, you know, even if it is a fighting game. But, I mean, it's kind of, you know, I mean, we won't know for certain, like, what all the choices were for the character roster. But, yeah, I mean, I agree that Martian Manhunter, yeah, he should have been in there, you know, from the start. But I do think it's awesome that, you know, not only were we finally getting him, but they also brought back the original voice actor from anybody who remembers the Justice League animated series from Cartoon Network. They brought that dude back.
Thank friggin' God.
Yes, so he will be... So, yes, if you remember what Martian Manhunter sounded like, that is how he will sound like. Also, it is worth noting, with the Jon Stewart Green Lantern skin, they brought back Phil Lamar to do recordings for the Jon Stewart skin.
Yes!
Nice. That's kind of
yes!
Now, Jon Stewart's the black guy, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, they brought Black Lantern back. Awesome.
Black Lantern's back.
See, now what I actually agree. I'm not sure who said it, but I agree. I actually thought Martian Manhunter was in the game originally. I think that's because, if my memory serves me correctly, I think he's in the background of one of the stage levels.
Yes. So in the Watchtower stage, he's just in the background.
Oh, okay. And yeah.
And then, you know, he was teased when they did that Scorpion trailer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, so here's hoping, and I got my fingers crossed, you know, because if they're going to do 3 more DLC characters, hopefully Black Manta, Cheetah, and Dr. Fate. So,
yeah.
I was going to say Cheetah, yeah. Okay, but here's a question. Are they going to do Anto Cheetah or Cheetah in a costume?
Well, we don't know. Actually, you know what? I've been reading the Injustice comics, and there is a design for an Anthro Cheetah. So,
oh, nice.
But she still wears like an outfit.
I'm fine with that as long as it's still furry.
Exactly.
It was. I mean, there is a design. I mean, you know, the Injustice comics, they had designs for other characters, like, you know, like Captain Cold or Gorilla Grodd and all these other dudes. But you know,
I actually do gotta get Injustice now because of Lobo, Scorpion, and all the other characters. Now knowing about Cheetah, that she could possibly be a next character, I would definitely buy this game now.
Oh yeah.
I think, in fact, you know what? We gotta announce, if they do release Cheetah as a DLC, we gotta announce it on the front page of Gaming for...
It should. It should.
I guarantee it.
If they do that, I will be the one doing that. Trust me.
I want to see a big fucking poster of it, dude.
Yeah. All right.
Big fucking pin up on Cheetah.
I knew it was gonna be a pin-up.
You know that the same person who voices Superman in the cartoons also voices Sephiroth?
Oh God.
Really?
Tim Daly?
Yeah, George Newbern, the guy that voices Superman and Sephiroth.
Oh.
Wow.
Are you serious?
I was thinking Tim Daly, who was from the animated series, but
Yeah. All right. Last little bit here for all those that are going to be going or at least visiting San Diego Comic-Con this coming week. I mean, later on this week, actually. Sega is returning to San Diego Comic-Con with their pop-up arcade to be located right across the halls from the big convention. Fans will, and big thing is, fans will be able to go into there and get their hands on some of the upcoming games such as Sonic Lost World, Total War Rome 2, Castle of Illusion, and Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. And best thing of this, you do not need to have a Comic-Con pass. This is completely open to the public. So if you want to get your hands on, to be able to check out Sonic Lost World or see how the remake of Castle of Illusion is turning out, or even be able to check out Project Diva F for the first time, or see how Total War Rome 2 is going to be, that is the place to stop at if you're going to Comic-Con. Now, the arcade will be running for 5 days, starting from Wednesday all the way to Sunday. So definitely stop by if you really want to check out any of these games.
Definitely, that sounds like a good deal.
Oh, definitely, especially with the fact that you do not need to have a pass. I mean, that's the big kicker right there. Because
anybody else remember Rome Total Warrior?
Not really.
No.
It was basically their console game that was basically God of War, but it was kind of sad.
For some reason, and I know I'm wrong, as soon as you said that, I remembered that thing where they were like, this game's based on realism, and then it cut to like them fighting giant scorpions or some shit. Yeah. What was that? I don't know if it's the same thing.
Might have giant scorpions.
Yeah.
Apocalypse comes.
Attack its weak point for massive damage.
Oh God.
This game's based on realism. Oh shit, giant crabs.
Don't forget to get your bottle caps, people.
Alright, well, that pretty much sums up all that's happened this week. Any final thoughts, you guys?
That's mine.
Go join go hang out at the Steam Summer Sale. It's pretty badass, and, I don't know, that's
And
it.
buy
everything so you can get fucking trading cards.
Oh God.
No, don't.
If you don't own Blood Money, then go and buy Blood Money.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't own,
buy Guns of Icarus, buy every single game you can get your hands on, including Guns of Icarus, because that's an indie company. They need the money before they can make adventure mode.
Yeah.
If you haven't bought Mark of the Ninja already, you need to fucking play it.
Yep, true. Just however, one warning, you guys.
Don't buy Grand Theft Auto.
No, well.
At least the PC versions.
Well, I think 4 is okay. I mean,
this is also a really good game.
This is where
PC... Hotline Miami's awesome.
Yes, it is.
No,
it's also freaking frustratingly hard.
I'm saying the controls are broken for me at the moment.
Hotline Miami wasn't that hard. The only thing I really had trouble with was the boss battle at the end of Jacket Story.
Yeah.
I'm just saying GTA at the moment for me is just broken. I mean, it's just.
This is where I recommend PCGamingWiki.com. You'll find out like any of the issues with the game and any possible fixes that can help get that game running fully for you. But
$50 check just came in the mail today.
Nice. But also, I like to just restate this when it comes to Steam sale, and this is also restated by some other guys in the industry like Total Biscuit and that. If you buy any game that's on there that's not in the flash deals or the daily deals or any of that stuff, you could be wasting money because it could end up in a tier 2 deal that you could have paid less.
Right now, guys, I only spent like $2 for every single DLC for Hitman Absolution.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I waited. I did not touch the Borderlands DLC. Guys. I didn't touch the Borderlands 2 DLC until it was like 66% off instead of the 33.
Game Freak, tell me about the latex nuns.
What the Oh, God.
I haven't even gone that far, dude, okay?
Tell me about the latex nuns.
I haven't gotten there yet, dude, okay? Shut up.
To me about the latex nuns.
Oh, God.
I will say this, though. Latex nuns, totally unnecessary.
Yes.
Tell me about the head nun voice of Vivica A. Fox.
Oh, God.
Well, all I know is when the latex nuns came to my house, it was a party.
Hang on. Who are you talking about?
Never mind.
You're
Yeah.
lucky I got
Who that is.
Ops. Sad.
Anyways, that's all from us for this week.
Very much.
So we'll catch you guys next week. Take care. Have a great night. See
Good
you
night
then.
and latex nuns.
Oh, good.
Good night, and slap him in the face for me, please.
Got him.
We'll catch you later.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.